What's up and welcome back to Nerd Talk. Topic 4. Favorite games through the generations. Where are we going to start?
We'll start at this old ass played Atari.
This old motherfucker over here.
Pitfall, fucking Asteroids, what's stuff? Space Invaders. Yeah, badass.
What about Centipede?
Pitfall.
No.
No?
I don't really play Centipede.
What about Galactia and
No.
Galaxia?
I mean, I played it,
Galactica and Galaxa.
But the games I played the most were like Pitfall,
You might be thinking of Galaga, and that was
Asteroids,
NES.
Galaga.
That was
Space
NES.
Invaders.
Better one of them, mind you. I know there may be some hate, but I just actually got the Game Boy port of Galaga and Galaxia, both games on one Game Boy cartridge.
Nice.
Played it on the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy, Super Game Boy.
Super Game Boy.
Awesome. They did what they did with like Donkey Kong Country and fucking Space Invaders, where they basically took a Game Boy game and upped it, put actual like sound quality, color. It's not like how the normal Super Game Boy shit works, where it's like, oh, it just puts like these 3 different fucking color palettes. It actually like makes it like an NES game.
Nice.
Pretty cool. So yeah, so Atari, yeah, you're the only one. It's okay,
I thought it was E.T.
but I respect it.
E.T. sucked. That's why they buried a bunch of them out in the desert.
No, a lot of
They did.
E.T. gets a bad rep because it was one of those.
game.
You know how long they had to make that game?
3 days.
3 weeks. That game was thought about, made, and shipped out in 3 weeks. Yeah, dude. So I mean, yeah, it's a shitty game, but it's like, whose fault is that? It's Atari's fault. It's not the people that made it. I just want to make that clear. Yes, it is a shitty game, but that's Atari's fault, not the developers. They were
You
rushed.
never played it.
Oh, but I've seen enough footage. I've seen enough.
I actually played the fucking
And it's a shitty game.
Yeah.
Right, but like I said, I just don't want to put it on the fucking OG developers that were rushed into the project, you know? Oh, the movie's doing huge. We need a game. Well, okay, all right. That game needs to come out in a month. Okay. Oh, hell fuck. And like, I watched interviews of the developer, and he's even said, he's like, the easiest route would have taken is to probably do like a Pac-Man clone. Because what did E.T. do? Eat Reese's. Mm-hmm.
That's another game I played on Atari.
Pac-Man. Oh, yeah, of course. So yeah, all right. So NES. I'll go first.
Right.
Mega Man 3. Yeah, I'll throw a couple out there. Legend of Zelda 2. Really enjoyed that
Really?
game. Mm-hmm.
I thought the first was so much better.
I like the second one better. I really do. I know. Like, I even went back and tried to replay it as an adult. You know, the first Zelda, and
The end boss in that, wasn't that Link's clone?
yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
easiest boss to beat. All you gotta do is sit in the corner, duck, and fucking bang, bang,
And jump
bang.
when he comes near
Yep,
you.
that's it. But if you didn't know that little stupid trick, oh lord, you're gonna be at it forever.
I'll stick with Turtles, man.
That's your jam.
That's me.
That's
Super
your
Mario
fucking
3 was
jam.
a good game. Super Mario, Turtles 2. Turtles 2.
Favorite Mario game? 2 for me.
World for the Super NES.
Well, no, we're saying NES.
Just NES.
Just
3.
NES. 3.
Super Mario.
First one.
First
3.
Damn.
favorite game, Metroid,
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, I forgot. Super
Back,
Tecmo Bowl.
down,
Tecmo Bowl.
forward. Back, down,
Yeah,
forward.
it's such a fun
Hey,
game.
hey, everybody, you're forgetting Bubble Bobble.
Oh,
Loved
damn.
Bubble Bobble.
One of the
Joust.
best music soundtracks. Did you say Joust?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sight Bite.
Oh, God.
First console game. Well, maybe not the very first, but the first most recognized console game. You can create your own levels.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Crazy. You know, it's like for the NES.
Yep.
Who would have thunk it kind of thing, you know?
RC Racing Pro-Am.
Oh, that was cool.
I got RC Racing like Super Pro-Am for the Genesis, and it's just basically a reboot of the NES version, but it's all in 16-bit graphics.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Like I mean, same game, same controls, everything, but just 16-bit. So good. I recommend it. I mean, obviously, you know, go buy a Genesis.
Moving up, Super Nintendo.
Super. Oh,
Mario World.
Mario Kart.
Mario
Same
Kart.
here. Same here. Ah, man.
Super Double Dragon.
Contra Alien Wars was a great game.
I mean, one game I played the fuck out of on that console, and you could easily play it again. I actually am playing it right now. Not right now, obviously. But, Link to the Past.
Awakening, or Link's Past.
Yeah.
Link to the Past, great
that's
game.
another great game.
Mm-hmm. That was a wonderful one.
What about...
My favorite Donkey Kong Country game would be Donkey Kong 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Love
first
that game.
one here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people give me, not shit or nothing, but they're like kind of took back, like, oh, it's like, oh no, I love Donkey Kong. Obviously, that's what brought me to play Donkey Kong 2, because I played the first one, but I just thought the second one was just so much better.
There's a Mario World or something like that. Is that on?
Super Mario or
What's the one with the where you
the
ride
games.
the
Yoshi,
Yoshi? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
Super
then
Mario
the
World, that
Super Mario All Stars.
which, yeah, we popped that in just to kind of see, and man,
The graphics are just,
beautiful.
yeah, great. Graphics are amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it just really kind of shows you the power that the Super Nintendo had, back then.
Can't think of any other games. They had Street Fighter 2, but that was
Turbo Edition.
yeah.
Genesis. You said you never really jammed Genesis.
Altered Beast was always a good one for me, though.
Yeah, that's always a good
Altered
classic.
Beast.
That really is.
Maximum
And
Carnage.
obviously
Yeah,
they had the
Maximum
Mortal
Carnage.
Kombat games too.
Mortal Kombat games were really good on the Genesis. My favorite one would probably be Sonic 3.
Did they have the little Nemo games on that?
No, that was NES.
Okay.
Yeah, that was NES.
What game had Frogger? It
Well,
was like
Atari had Frogger.
No,
Yeah.
Frogger. It was like Frogger World or something like that. It was kind of cool.
I had a
I think it was
PS1
like
version.
PS1,
Yeah,
yeah.
you say yeah.
PS1. Okay.
I still have my copy. Can't get it to play for the fucking life of me, dude. I just tried a few weeks ago. I pulled the disc out. It's so fucking scratched. And I like wiping it fucking... Get the fucking microfiber cloth out. Fucking just trying and
What
trying.
was Battletoads on then?
NES.
Just
NES.
the first one?
And Super NES. They had a Super Battletoads.
Yeah,
on
and
that.
then like we were saying with the Battletoads,
Double
very
Dragon.
good.
That was
We're on
good. I remember playing Battletoads.
Yeah, that was baller. PS1, so we PS1, Sega Saturn, and 64.
were all out about the same time.
Oh, geez, that's a list of good games. Like
Yeah, like
64, I mean,
Twisted-
like
favorite
Ocarina of Time,
Tekken was
Yeah.
a great game for the PlayStation.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
mine for the PS1 would probably be Oddworld, both of them, Abe's Exodus and Abe's Odyssey.
Final Fantasy 7. I know it's mainstream, but
Final
Right.
Fantasy 7.
Love
See,
it.
for me,
Love it.
9.
Those
See,
were
I
all
can't
good
fucking.
games.
I beat 8. Don't get me wrong, but God,
Honestly, in
8 was
I
too
love the
easy.
card game in it more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yep.
yeah, the card game was probably the thing that kept me going because at that time we were all playing Magic,
yeah.
except for you.
And Final Fantasy 9 was also, PS1 also, wasn't it?
And now
Yep.
you guys are all playing Magic,
Resident
except
Evil.
for me.
Yep.
Resident Evil's and
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of things that were born.
Oh, yeah,
off
there were so many
PlayStation that
RPGs.
were
Twisted
around
Metal.
this day.
Twisted Metal, yeah.
Twisted Metal 3 was probably my favorite out of the series
The
on that.
second one I played.
Then you got
was shit out.
Tekken, that's where all the Tekken 1, 2, and 3 came out. It was on
Uh-huh.
PS1.
Tekken Tag. Love
Yeah.
that.
That was a fantastic.
And the bowling that was in it.
Till to this day, I love playing that game.
Tekken
Yep.
Tag Tournament.
Yep.
That was
Did
on
they make a
PS2.
Tekken Tag 2? I know
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That
fucking
was like
good though.
PS2 or PS3, I
Yeah.
thought. Yep.
I want to say.
Yeah, that was fucking good. So yeah, since we're in that era, so it's what, PS2, GameCube,
Xbox,
and
GameCube.
Xbox. Original Xbox.
GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube.
You know what was a good game?
That was my
Bitcoin.
like first like big buy when it came to a console. Me and you got our first place together. You had owned a PS2. I purchased a GameCube. We were adults in 2000. I don't know.
I think I was locked up for a while.
You were locked up.
So I
In
didn't-
01?
Oh yeah.
02?
02.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I never really played GameCube much. And
God, there was a lot of good games. But that's where Nintendo started losing their third-party support. Started losing the
When it came
Capcoms
out,
and the fucking
yes.
Namcos and
Squaresoft, back when it was a Squaresoft.
yeah.
Well, the whole debacle with Final Fantasy 7 tried to put that on all those cartridges, and then they backed out.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Not
Final
good.
Fantasy. Yeah,
Not
I
good.
mean, God, it would have cost them fucking thousands and thousands of dollars if they tried to put Final Fantasy 7 on carts. Oh, I couldn't
Well,
even imagine.
They were trying.
I know they
were trying.
I think it would have worked if the disc system for the 64 took off. You ever hear about that?
No.
Yeah, in Japan, it was only released.
You mean the DD?
Yeah, the DD. Yeah, like I think that would have worked for Final Fantasy VII. It would have worked. It was a thing that you put the 64 on top of, and it was
Like Sega had.
Yep, and it was discs.
That's like a CD.
Yep. And I mean that's kind of like you bring it back to like the Famicom, over in Japan, and they released a disc system for that, and that's you could only get Metroid, Zelda, all these games. The Mario Brothers 2, which is Lost Levels to us, you could only get those for the disc system for the Famicom. There were no carts for that. And then finally, America became, huge, and people fell in love with Nintendo, and
Yep.
they transferred it all over to carts because you could save the games right on the discs, and so they did the battery backup saves. That's where batteries started coming in cartridges and shit. And yeah, kind of a little fun little history, there. So yeah, I guess like from PS2 on, we could.
The list is huge.
Yeah, because like that's when we're all getting older and we all understand games a lot more.
My favorite console out of everything was
yeah, that's a good. Like we got a little time.
PS2.
That's your favorite one?
I think so.
What's your favorite?
Probably a 64 of the Cube.
64.
Same thing. I'm
Yep.
thinking 64 Cube, one of the two.
Yep.
For me,
64 was the intro to multiplayer.
Yeah.
With the Golden Eye and Perfect Darks. And
Yep.
all that. It was the intro to multiplayer.
mine of
Yeah,
all
PlayStation
time.
2 controllers.
I guess if I throw two out there, like for OOG, would be the Super Nintendo. Like that would be my favorite console of all time. And then for a newer generation, where it comes to disc-based games, would be the Dreamcast. I put
Really?
hundreds and hundreds of dollars into the Dreamcast.
Then you pawned it off.
No, I gave it to Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Not this Jeremy. Jeremy Gedke.
Oh.
He had gone through a house fire. It's when he was living with his sister. Her house started on fire. He lost
Then
everything.
where'd he go?
Huh? He still has it. Believe it or fucking not.
Really?
Yep.
Good for him.
I know. I asked him about it. We worked with each other about a year ago. And yeah, I was like, "You still got that Dreamcast?" He's like, "Yo."
You're off buy it.
Nice.
Buy it off of him.
He said no. I did. He said no. I was like, "All right,
If I
that's
still
cool."
had mine, I'd give it to you.
Hell yeah. I got a lot of old systems.
I was on
It's
that
ridiculous.
for sale on Winona's that Facebook group. Anyways, they had they had 2 Game Gears and 10 games to go with it.
What did they ask?
$100.
That's not bad.
No, I don't know. I was thinking if it was $50, $60, because
Might have jumped on it.
You got to drive all the way down to Winona to meet up with them.
That's what makes it hard with those deals. I'd almost
50
bring
bucks, I
fucking
would've
6
drove down
fucking
there.
AA batteries with me and be like, I need to check out each of these systems.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a Game Gear, and it's like my Game Gear is like, I guess, a victim to one of the most common issues. And there's a circuit that will, like, the soldering will go off, and it's to basically transfer the information to the screen. So there's nothing on the
goes
screen.
blank, yep.
The screen goes blank. And it's an easy fix, as long as you know what you're doing. You just need a soldering gun and fucking do her up. But I don't know what I'm doing. But I still kept it because I know it's an easy fix. But, you don't know this when you're buying it from a fucking stranger. And do they even know? Do they have a fucking clue? I don't know. Who knows?
Buyer beware.
Buyer beware, exactly. And that's how it is even when I buy shit off of Amazon. All them retro games and shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm getting. I could be getting a cart that doesn't even fucking work. But that's a risk you take when you do these fucking retro collecting shit. It really is.
We all own a PS4 here. We could do the favorite game you own right now.
Favorite game I own right now? No Man's Sky.
Really?
Yeah.
Not about.
PlayStation 4?
Yeah, you own one. Your favorite you
Hurry
own
up.
right now.
We only got so much
The only
time.
game I own is Skyrim. Or not Skyrim, but
Fall 4.
no, it's the only damn game I own for the PlayStation 4.
Well, that's it.
You don't have anything downloaded?
Oh, I
nothing?
guess I got the new Telltale game. Download the new Batman.
Well, yeah, new
Telltale
Batman, so
game.
that's it.
That's pretty good.
Jared.
game.
Fallout 4 probably.
Jeremy,
Oh, favorite game I own right
hurry up.
now.
We're on 14 minutes. Quick.
Probably Witcher 3.
There you go. There it is.
Game looks good.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been an awesome time.
Plug our shit.
We got a new show called BJ's Hard Rock and Music Show. The first episode will be uploaded in a week. I hope you guys go and check it out. I am Biggieblazzin. This is Robert. This is J-Rock. This is Jeremy, Sexy Man Beast. We're in Southern California on vacation. Please stay tuned. We'll be back in shitty Minnesota. Peace. Will Smith sucks.